So guys, in today's video, we're going to continue on with the theme of, taking a bit of a deep dive into what constitutes a healthy breakfast. And we talked about sort of lower carb paleo type cereals in the previous video. Today, we're going to talk about eggs, one of my most favorite breakfast foods. Now, eggs were very much vilified for a number of years. I know that when I was growing up, when I was a teenager in my early 20s, we were always taught that eggs were high in fat and they were bad. And when I was a teenager, I used to crack the eggs open and I would scoop out the whites, put them in a glass, and I'd get the yolk out and I'd throw the yolk down the drain. And when I was a teenager, my dad used to go crazy at me because he was like, that's the best part of the egg. And I used to drink the raw yolk, the raw whites. Maybe I'd watched too many Rocky films. But anyway, my dad was right, it turns out. The biggest part of the nutrition, the best nutrition, is in the yolk part. All the fat-soluble vitamins are in there. And you can see, I just did a little search, and these are just some of the nutrients. So you can see from vitamins, we've got vitamin B2, B5, B12, 3 of the 4 fat-soluble vitamins, A, E, D. And these vitamins are, very beneficial for, they've got antioxidant properties. There's been a lot of studies that show that they actually reduce the risk of heart disease. They're good for your vision, the vitamin A, skin health, immune function, even just general reproductive health, energy metabolism, red blood cell production to help you carry oxygen around to your cells. It's very high in different minerals, phosphorus, folate, selenium, iodine, which, and these are just some of the nutrients. I'm not even including everything. Some of the functions, which is healthy bones and teeth, good thyroid function. I know for, a lot of the, 50 plus females that we work with, thyroid can quite often be an issue, and it affects metabolism and energy and, how quickly you burn energy and being sluggish, having a sluggish metabolism. The iodine's fantastic for that. Hair growth, healthy hair and nails. The list goes on and on and on. My point is that eggs are highly nutritious and one of the most perfect foods. I always often recommend, rather than wasting your money on, expensive vitamins, just buy yourself some real whole food nutrition and get some good quality eggs. So on that note, healthy chicken equals healthy eggs. I actually have my own chickens, so we know what we feed them. They are able to roam around. They're able to, pick worms and bugs and, things that are natural to them. They're out in the environment getting sun. If they're not getting sun, the vitamin D in the eggs is going to be affected by that. So if they're happy, healthy chickens that live a natural life and eat a natural diet, which is species specific, then the quality of the eggs and the nutrition in the eggs is going to be reflected of that. So you can only be as healthy as the food that you eat, and the food that you eat can only be as healthy as, the soil or the animal that it came from. So if you're eating battery, raised hens that are, grown in a really artificial environment, they're not going to have, can't free roam and free range and things like that. They're not going to have the same level of nutrition compared to a chicken that's pasture raised, free range, organic, isn't given antibiotics and all that sort of stuff. So I always recommend to get the highest quality eggs that you can find. If you can find a good farm, or if you can get an organic brand, then much, much better. So there's lots and lots of different ways that you can have eggs for breakfast. And the beauty that I love about eggs is that often it's accompanied with vegetables for breakfast. So you can see this is a recipe book, and I'll attach it below, and you can see all of these. So we've got eggs, and there's a different assortment of vegetables with it. There's veggies in there. Every one of these, I think, just about has vegetables. We're We've got, you know, creative ideas where we're using, that's a portobello mushroom with some sesame seeds on it, and then a little bit of high quality bacon and an egg. So it's like a bacon egg McMushroom, I think we call it. You can see the other ones have all got vegetables to some degree. So the meals are going to be, you know, relatively low carb. They're all high in nutrition because they're whole foods. So that's probably the thing I love about eggs the most. They do obviously take a little bit more preparation. So generally for myself, I tend to have eggs more on the weekend when I've got a little bit more time to prepare. I'm not in a rush. But having said that, really, if you put some eggs in some boiling water while you have a shower in the morning, they're done and they're ready to go as soon as you get out of the shower. So it's, you know, it can be pretty quick and easy too. You don't have to go to, you know, this much detail, or you can, you know, do a little bit of preparation the night before. But eggs are definitely big thumbs up for me. I wouldn't have them every day. It's good to have a bit of variety always in the diet, but definitely high in nutrition. And check out the recipe book to get some ideas of some of my favorite recipes of how to have eggs for breakfast.